Okay. Hello guys, let's make a short streaming session today. So today I'll be working on this little drawing that I started a couple days ago, sorry. And I just made like the base color, and I want to start grading on top of it and define some of the colors of the elements, stuff like that. I still need to design the card that will be going over here, because this is something like this is referenced like a Formula One, race. And okay, secondly, sorry, because I have a little bit of cold. Let me find a sweater over here. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now I'm back. I live in a pretty hot place, but I use the air conditioner like pretty high. So that's why I'm always using sweater. Alright, I'm not gonna say the plan. Okay, so I'm planning to do like maybe just an hour of streaming today. And I don't know, I just need to figure out what I'm going to do with this little boy over here. So welcome, and I'll be waiting for your comment to somebody connected today to the stream. I'm not sure if I'm even streaming. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to YouTube. I don't know why YouTube keep telling me that I'm having an error or something like that. I need to update the other one, the one that was in Spanish. But this over here says that I'm streaming. So I'm going to continue this. I need to figure out on which style and what color I'm going to use for some of the buildings. So let's just explore and just that. Searching for some references in the background. And I can put this over here, I think. Okay. Obviously, my main reference is painting it in a mix of my style and stuff like, I don't know, maybe for Teach, because I love how they paint the background that they did for Arcane. But I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, I just observing. Okay, let's start painting this one. This is like a layer that I made for the shadows. So I'm gonna make this a little bit cooler, like this. Used to have the shadows But I can play with it. Gonna leave it like that. So gonna leave it like this, and then I can add a little bit of blue. Oh, hello, Drachina. ¿Cómo tú estás? ¿Ya hizo la ejercitación? Ok. Este es el cielo. Separate everything like in 3 layers. Like 1 layer with the sketch. This is my sketch layer. And this one is my sketch layer too. I can put this over here. No, this is 26%. This is 100%. I'm gonna put this over here. So this is my sketch. And this is my blockout. My sky, my shadows, and I can start painting on top of this one. Te dejo el view mientras termino una cosa. Estoy por aquí. Don't worry. That's good for me. The streaming will be like pretty short. Okay, let's paint some occlusions first. Ambient occlusion. Just to have occlusion big. Ambient occlusion is very good. I'm gonna put this in multiply and start making the big occlusion of this building. I use black for those occlusions. Sorry, like right now I'm just separating everything and creating occlusions to have like a little bit of depth in the scene. Necessarily doesn't need to be like dark, but it helps a lot to separate some of my elements. Then I can paint. ¿Por qué haces stream con Soundtrack de Gunbound? Eso no es Gunbound, marico, es Final Fantasy 7. Es conectado por Twitch, ¿verdad? Se está haciendo multi-stream. A ver, ¿qué música usas tú para los streamings? Do you have any music in particular that you use? Your to-go soundtrack. Ok, finísimo. ¿Y se oye bien? Por cierto, una pregunta, ya que estás por ahí, y puedo aprovechar de Manguaria y preguntar. Tu cámara, tú la conectas. Ok, perfecto. Tu Sony, tú la conectas. Ok, por el cable USB, mariquera. Pero lo que me pregunto es. Tú usas la opción de streaming. La opción de streaming que trae la cámara. Que dice Connect Streaming. No, mi Sony yo la conecto al gato con Camlink. Ah, ok, perfecto. Claro, Porque si usas la opción de streaming, básicamente tenemos el sensor. La vaina te limita a 720. Entonces yo voy a tener que comprarme un Elgato. Exacto. Porque, ok, yo con esta cámara, ok, obvio es 4K. Pero por más que sea, cuando la conecto así, solamente el máximo input es 720. Se ve bien, obviamente para streamear más que suficiente. Pero a veces cuando estoy grabando los videos no quiero usarla así, pues. So that's why I change everything. Y eso limita la calidad, no supera el gato es como 30. Claro, claro, porque es un recorder. Pues. Sí, creo que voy a tener que comprarme uno entonces. Bichito de eso. Una capturadora, ¿no? The ugly face is drawing, so bear with me. Painting the occlusions. I put it in black and white. Delete this boy. You can see how I'm adding like a little bit of depth to everything. I'm gonna leave it like this so you can see what I'm doing. Like adding a little bit of depth on every edge. Just to make it more visible and more 3D, if you say so. But I'm not gonna waste my time like painting every details, just some of the edges, because I will be painting on top anyways in the field. So it's mostly to create like a good semblance of darkening areas where the light cannot hit. Well, it helps a lot to the 3D look. Me recuerdo el día que voy haciendo la calle. Seguro estás haciendo una calle a los lanceros. Patitas. ¿Patitas? No. Patitas, sí. La gente que le gusta bien en un palo. Sí, ya recuerdo ya. Me está haciendo favores. Esa es la única forma de pasar las materias porque ibas 2 veces a clase al año. Mamá avergonzada. ¿Hasta cuándo, Junior Lugo? ¿Cómo es posible que hayas ido 2 veces a clase en todo el año? Oh, mierda. Pero ayer me estaba acordando de algo burdo específico. Puro específico. Ah, eso, me la he visto negra. La he visto negras contigo. ¿Sabes lo que he tenido que afrontar? Sí. Now I have the occlusion. It looks dirty, but when I add the color, will be look better. Will look pretty better. I can paint the occlusion like this first. Es posible. Puro jugar con el PSP. Let me get closer from top to bottom. ¿Jugaste, por cierto, jugaste ya el remake de Final Fantasy VII o te los estás saltando porque don't give a shit? Yo empecé la segunda parte, pero no lo he terminado porque justamente ando rejugando Elden Ring en el Seamless Co-op. Entonces, con eso me distraje. Coño, no he terminado 16. Fue el que abandoné rápido. O sea, me gustó burda, pero he estado ocupado. Fuck. Pero le entré al 7 y entonces, coño, fue mucho trabajo. Llego a dormir de bola. Entendible. But it looks pretty good. I like painting the cushions. And you can add like color over here. That was basic colors. Then I get a little bit of this occlusion. Get smaller. Really good. I really 3D. I should copy this. Like this. So I can have a better view of it. Sí. Jodido cuando uno está trabajando. Pero al final, otro peor también es que a veces uno no hace nada. O sea, uno dice, no, estoy trabajando, llego tarde y no me provoca jugar, pero te quedas viendo el teléfono. Es como que pudiste haber usado ese tiempo jugando. Es raro, pero uno procrastina hasta el enjoyment. Por eso es como que si te das tu tiempo, pues juegas un rato. No necesitas streamearlo, no necesitas verlo nada, porque es para ti, pues uno antes no hacía nada de eso. He jugado un poquito más. Exacto. Desde que tengo el Steam Deck. Porque a veces juego como que unas cosas antes de dormir. Que voy a dormir, me pongo a jugar Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Que ya lo pasé hace tiempo, pero lo estoy rejugando en el Steam Deck. Y es burdo divertido porque juego como que unas 2, 3, 4 runs. Y me acuesto a dormir. Como que una mini rutina. Y funciona. Y es fino, pues. Así me pasé Sifu. Y ahorita estoy jugando Dragon Quest 11. Que si media hora antes de acostarme a dormir, platico. I'm not going to paint the occlusions in the lighter areas because it's not needed. Not necessary. Not seeing you won't be seeing like too much occlusion on a brighter side of the street. And over here I don't think I will paint it too, because I think I'm going to change this better and this better too. I have another I have another 3D blockout for this, and I changed this entire area. So that's why I'm going to keep doing just smaller areas of occlusion. And for the big, adding a little occlusion here, darkening this. Well, because maybe I will be adding lights in this area instead of occlusions. But right now, it's painting the dark. For those of you who didn't know what occlusions are the parts where the light cannot hit. They're similar to shadows, but they are the connection between two stuff, like the edges. It can be also the soft shading on the entire scene. And the natural light. Okay, I think like this was very removable. Bring this way back. So let's pick some colors for this. I think that these occlusions are like pretty high for what I'm doing. So I'm probably gonna change a lot of stuff. I'm gonna change this to current and below, so I can pick the color from this layer instead of having all those black tones on top of my painting. That doesn't look really good. So I'm gonna add a little bit of color variation right now. Simple trick of color dynamics and start painting. Just want to see what can I do for this. Change I can add. But honestly, I should paint on top. But I think I don't want to do that yet. Paint this to see how it goes. I think the lighter area should go more towards these colors. I think it looks better. This is like a semi-gold. Semi-gold material instead of being just brown wood. Okay, let's adjust the base. Then I can paint better on top. That's a really good sound. Lo de llegar a casa y no hacer nada. Que llega del trabajo, se pone a manguarear. That's it. No, mentira. Tengo que manejar 2 horas y media y llevar unas cosas que un chofer dejó. ¿A dónde? ¿A qué zona? Which area? See if I can add like a little layer of color over here to see how it looks. Because I imagine this having like a sort of different colors flowing into the building. just not one single material. Hmm. Like this, like a college from when I was a child. And I can delete this, can delete this, and I like it. Kind of weird, but I like it. Minnesota a Wisconsin. Chile bola, mi loco. See if I can add another color. I don't like that blue specifically. To make it, want to make this a little bit fancier. Let's keep the blue. We want to make the shadow area too dark. Let's go later. At the end of everything, probably will be adding this. Make the shadows so dark. I think this could be a little bit more elegant, like maybe a pattern or something like that. Something more interesting than just having the blue color. It doesn't look that bad, but I think I should be using like another layer called separate. It's not gold. And over here, like in the lower area, make this gold. This. What the heck did you add the lighting that fast? I didn't add the lighting, I just add the occlusions. The lighting was already in the file. I just painting this occlusion. Right. When you paint the occlusion, look like this. I'm not sure about this. Clearly want to make something cool. So probably the best thing I can do is to start painting on top of everything without worrying that much about those fucking layers. So I can have like a better understanding the texture and stuff I want to paint. At the end of the day, I'm going to delete those lines. The thing I can do here is to start making with a little hints of colors, just to have an idea of this boys need to look. Something like this. En contra. Wow. Coñazo. Should have painted these motherfuckers later, but this is like instant gratification for me, so I'm going doing it right now. I'm a loser and I need instant gratification all the time. Not sure if you guys need that, but I need it. Oh my god, the perspective is so off. Huh. Wisconsin. Yeah, it looks better. But I don't like this because it looks a little pretty dirty. So I'm gonna paint on top a little bit. Maybe with a better brush. This one. Like occlusion are pretty good, but I don't need to paint that at this moment. I got a little bit of color on the shadows. Bit of color dynamic over here. Do not make it looks perfect. That window, yeah, it's not. Shh. Nobody will notice. Not off, nobody knows about it. But this. Then repainting the other motherfucker. Here. We just gotta know. Let's reduce the hue shield. Use super big into 4%. This to the shadows. It now looks like dirty because the occlusion, but now maybe we need to thin this occlusion just to heavily, just slightly. Twitch is a fucking mess with those ads every fucking second. Please, doesn't need to be that that heavy. We can reduce a little bit of darkening of that purity. Not just to, yeah, it's really good. Need to figure out what I'm going to do with the interior of that part. Or here's too much. Later I can fix those. Now it's important is to start making progress. Don't care that much about those poles because we're gonna paint it in a minute in the other layer. Maybe I should add like golden pole in this one. Alright, something like this. Selecting this. Smaller. B stroke. Yeah, it should work. As well, this is a continuation from other of my drawings, so it need to be like that. Maybe I can duplicate this. No, it's too tough. Also, I need to play with the sky. Adding like some clouds, stuff like that. like this. Because my original sketch was from this perspective, so maybe I will turn it again. Just maybe. These occlusions are too strong, so to repaint some of the areas. Maybe adding like a little panel of brick should work, because these were made of brick, like the one that I made in my tutorial. This it should be like bricks from like this size. So let's add it. What? The thing is that I don't need to be perfect with this. Just need to almost follow the perspective, and then put it in multiply. Start adding those bricks. I think I need an extra layer. Let's add a few more. Sure. For 3 minutes. Okay, I think this one will look better. The ugly face of the drawing, so like this. The ugly stage. It's always the most difficult. The most difficult part to work on in a drawing. This ugly stage, because you get discouraged, like too easy about what you're seeing. But you need to focus. You need to trust in the process. And if you do that, everything will come alright. So right now I'm just making like bricks, but they're not gonna be like exactly like this when I paint everything. I just need a little bit of separation. Maybe over here I can add a decoration, more bricks like this over here. This, erase this, then a layer, this one, start painting with different colors, as I did in my tutorial. Add the color dynamic, add a little bit of hue, and start painting some of those bricks. Not all of them. on this. Now I have a good color variation. So move this boy over here, like reducing opacity and deleting this. And paint on top. Reduce a little bit of this. The side, since the light came from on the top, and the occlusion will be the light side of the brick will be inverted, something like this. Oh fuck. Yes. Kind of weird to make it inverted, but this is how it works. Obviously not all of them. Do like this. I'm still not sure if we're gonna paint this building with these materials. Maybe I make them wood. But till the moment, till now, I'm doing this technique. Too much color. I'm not a fan of the orange. This orange line over here. What can I do? Like reducing the color a little bit. Should work. Still thinking it's too much. That some of the areas needs to be darker. Like 100% darker. This boy over here. Too dark. You can put a little bit of tint to this area, to the areas that are not receiving light. This one I didn't make a thumbnail for color, so maybe that's why I'm suffering a little bit. I should have made a thumbnail. Maybe I can work that later in another stream. Because right now I was like painting details and it's not needed. Not necessary. It would make more sense to create the volume first. But hey, that's why I make these pieces. Just to see how far I can push my abilities. Basically, I just need to add like another light. This area, because the sound is hitting the top. Not having this voice too strong. Yeah, I think I need to focus more on the volume of everything, and then I can paint it with close. Light. First, I painted the occlusion, but I'm going to make this looks better first. When you have all the volume, it's easier to paint all of the other details. At least for me. Not sure if some of you have another workflow for that. For me, that's pretty useful workflow. Create volume, it creates interesting base, and I can change. I can change stuff later. Not 100% accurate, but it works. Bello. Hola, loco, está lavando el plato. Qué fino. Haciendo la lavación de plato. This boy over here, I think I can make something to make my job easier. And that something is creating a key situation layer. Let's see if it will work. I'm not sure. Colorizing it, no, it's not gonna work. Because basically, I just need to turn the sketch into color. Just to not have those ugly blacks that make everything harder to paint. Have those ugly blacks. I think if I need this, we'll be able to delete it from the library. Mute everything into a manageable way. Because I know the colors that I want, but I also don't want to have some of these colors. Figuring out how it's easier to work for me. Maybe just having this and not using it all the time. This I can see what's really happening in the sketch. There's a lot of back and forth. When another piece that I have, it was the same back and forth till I reach the design, the style that I want. A lot of lasso tooling. But that's mostly my fault, since I didn't make a proper sketch for that drawing. I made a good sketch, but it could be better, and that's why sometimes make the painting process a little bit harder. But by having some stuff solved, you can create something. Here I can work like this roof. Okay, where's the music? Have a little bit more of music for a minute. And then I'm gonna paint some stuff. That's super quick. To see if they work. Honestly, I really hate the ugly face of a drow. I think I need like something juicier. Maybe explore more references. Make this more saturated. Just to give an example. A little bit more of contrast. Maybe that's what I need. Let's see. This extra push of contrast will help for the setting. Yes. It should work. Well, here I made a balcony in my other sketch, and I deleted that balcony. Now I'm thinking that balcony will look really good. But it's getting fun, getting in shape. Painting. This boy over here, I think I need to redraw it. Just doesn't make that much sense. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is the so can extend this a little bit over here. Okay. Add what? I need to remake my perspective. Something like this. Now with this I can work. Here I wanted to make something beautiful, like a stained glass. But I haven't figured it out exactly what I want. Well, let's keep this trial and error. See if wood will solve this. And in dog, just add wood. Yeah, this looks better. Funny how I make a sketch and then I didn't use that fucking sketch. Things that still I can change this color. Paint these boys on black. What? I can have that differentiation. That fucking window is too tilted. One. Then over here. Where the coffee shop? Yeah, it's getting in shape. Going to delete this a little bit just to create that roof. Now it's looking better. You can even change the color later. Yeah. What I don't like this guys. Delete it, and later I can add that data. Muito bello. Thanks so much. I'm still not sure about this lower area. It's because I don't know. I don't want to use that red. I like blue. I want to use this blue. Maybe I'm going to use that for the roof too. Right, there it goes. Rated. Yeah, I want to use this blue. This is the color that I want. Not so sure about the soon. This was not going over here. Yep. Now that I'm using that blue over there, I need to add blue to the interior of the building. Like some of these areas being blue. Something like this. I don't know, man. This is just an idea. And changing a little bit the... You have made this floor over here like this. Like a circle. Paint those bushes. They're gonna be like a little bit darker. Maybe I will be adding some bushes over here. It's getting closer, getting closer. Need to make this something more more beautiful. So it's not as elegant as I imagined at the beginning of my idea. Maybe over here I can add, I don't know, some details like this. But I think it's a problem of the architecture of this specific building, because these ones are the pointy ones that I used to make, but this one doesn't have any pointy stuff. So maybe I should change that, like doing a little paint over top of everything and turning this one into a triangle, just to have the perfect shape that match better with the design of everything. Having this in tough. Something like this, just to give an example. I'm also changing this color to a different look. No, this one is this one. Needs to be a little bit more blue. Maybe adding a circle over there. Changing the design of these windows doesn't seem to fit exactly of what I want. I can turn this into a balcony too. Seeing how much occlusion I can add. I like it, I like it. It needs to be like more creative, like maybe adding like a sort of red over here, instead of being just gray. Color over here. Yeah, green. Just to give an example. So I can have variety of colors in this building, because it's the main building and needs to be more colorful. Something like this. See? It's more creative, like mixing these three colors. So now I like it more. Starting to look better. Maybe I can leave it like how it was. I still need to play with that part. But this part I started to like it. One, you need to see the interiors. But well, I'm gonna leave it like this for today's streaming, and I'm gonna do work on this offline so I can think better in some ideas. But I'm starting to like how this is starting to look. The variation of colors, all those stuff. We need to figure out better the lighting. Maybe gonna be like a little bit brighter when I make the final one, something like this. You need to figure out that. But well, thanks for passing by, and see you in the next streaming session. Thanks so much, everyone.